Okay, Unit 5, Day 6. If you remember Day 5, so your flex day assignment was you did polynomial long division, and now today it says polynomial synthetic division. And I think you'll like this. Our learning target is I can divide polynomials using the synthetic division. So what we're trying to look for here is a shortcut. Okay, so I'm going to divide this using long division and see if I can find some shortcuts along the way here. And then I'll show you, things are going to be a lot easier for us, okay? So let's start out with just a quick review of long division. So first off, even though there's two terms here, we're really just looking at the first terms of each one. So the first terms of each one, what's x to the fourth divided by x? Well, that'd be an x to the third. Then you multiply these, so this would be x to the fourth minus 6x to the third. You are going to subtract these, which means we're actually going to add the opposites. So I'll switch the signs, add straight down. We got 3x cubed. Drop this guy down. 3x cubed divided by x would be a positive 3x squared. Multiply this out, 3x cubed. 3x squared times negative 6 would be a negative 18 x squared. Switch the signs, add straight down, drop this guy down, so plus 59x. So negative 10x squared divided by x would be a negative 10x. Multiply that out. This would be a positive 60x. Now remember, we're going to switch the signs on this one, so it's going to be a negative x down here. And then drop this plus 6 down. Negative x divided by x is negative 1. It would be negative x plus 6. Switch the signs, and I get 0. And it ends up being a factor. It had a remainder of 0, so that's perfect. So now that's long division. Let me show you some synthetic division. So first off, we're going to do this. We're going to draw this box. And it's like an upside down division box. It's pretty big. Make it pretty big, and you're going to put the coefficients in here of what is being divided. Okay, so this is called the dividend, what's being divided. So the coefficients are a 1, a negative 3, negative 28, 59, and 6. Okay, and on the outside, we don't put x minus 6 on the outside. We want to put what would make this equal 0. So what would you plug in, subtract 6 from to equal 0? So the 0 of this would be positive 6. Okay, so think, what would make this equal 0? Well, if I plug 6 in for x, that makes it 0. Now, I want you to see some common things here. So for synthetic division, here's the rules. The first number, you just always drop it straight down. Okay, that's just an all-the-time thing. You always drop it straight down. Now, I'm going to multiply. So 1 times 6. You're going to take this number times the number outside and write it here. So 1 times 6 is 6. If you remember, we kind of had a 1 times 6, and right here it had 6. Now look right there. I've got negative 3 plus 6, and right here I have negative 3 plus 6. And that equals 3. Now I'm going to multiply, again, by this number. So take the 3 times the 6, and that's going to tell me the next number right here. So 3 times 6 is 18. I'm going to add straight down. I got negative 28 plus 18. We've seen that before. We've done that before. And that's a negative 10, which if you see is right there. Then I'm going to multiply. So negative 10 times 6 is negative 60. I got 59 minus 60. Where have we seen that before? Right there. Add straight down. You got negative 1. Negative 1 times 6. That tells me the next number is negative 6. Add straight down, I get 0. Where did I take 6 plus negative 6? Right there. If you look, what we did with this is we all of these really weren't even needed. We told you on the flex day, we said that if you do it right, that should equal 0. So do I even need that? Do I need even write it? No. And I took all this and I just shoved it up. I pushed all that up and wrote it like this. Now notice these are the coefficients. 1, 3, negative 10, negative 1, and there's the remainder of 0. So this is actually the remainder, the constant, the x squared, and the x cubed's coefficients. So I'd write my answer 1x cubed. That's a positive 3, so it'll be plus 3x squared. That's a negative, so negative 10x. minus 1, and no remainder on the end. So there I get the exact same answer, but which one would you rather do? I'd much rather do this. The one thing to be careful of here is if there was something missing, like if there was no x cubed, make sure you put a 0 in its place. Same thing as when you're writing your polynomial long division. If there's something missing, put a 0 in its place. Okay, so let's try, and this is it, just one side of notes here. So we're just going to practice over and over and over doing synthetic division. So first, make a box. Coefficients are 1, 3, -1, -3. Over here, what makes this 0? 1. Okay, so here we go. First number, drop it down. Multiply these two together. So it's going to take that number times this number to give you the next number. Drop that straight down. This is a 1. Add straight down is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. Add straight down is 3. Multiply is 3. Add straight down 0. And remember, remainder constant x, x squared, x cubed. So this is remainder constant x, x squared. So it would be x squared plus 4x plus 3 would be my quotient when I'm done dividing. Okay, so I want you to try this one out. Okay, maybe pause the video, just fill it in. Fill in the numbers, put the number outside, then hit play again. So just see if you can set up the synthetic part first. Okay, so hopefully you got this. And now let's do the synthetic. So first number, drop it straight down, is 3. Multiply to find the next number. So 3 times -3 is -9. Add straight down is 8. Multiply is -24. Add straight down is -3. Multiply is 9. -3 times -3. Add straight down is 0. So these are all ending in 0 because these are factors. It turns this divide nicely. We'll have one that doesn't work like that. Just give us a second here. But so remember, this is remainder, this is constant, this is x squared. So 3x squared plus 8x minus 3 would be your quotient. Okay, next guy here, number 3. Now notice it has x cubed, x squared, and there's no x's. We have to be careful when we do this. We want to make sure we put a 0 in that spot. So we had 5x cubes. How many x squareds? 1. How many x's? None. How many constants? -7. And now what makes this equal 0? That'd be a -1. Okay? So now, drop the first number down, multiply across. Add straight down, multiply across. Add straight down, and multiply across, and now add straight down. There is your remainder. So remainder constant x, x squared. So when I write this guy, I'm going to have 5x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now remember with a constant, we're going to write it as a quotient, okay? So we're going to have, this is negative, so it'd be a minus 11 over, and then what did I divide by? I actually divided by x plus 1. Don't put a -1 there. Okay, this is what you divide it by. So this is my quotient, which just means it's not divisible. This is not actually cleanly divisible by that, so it doesn't work out quite nice. Okay, up here, x to the fourth, x cubed, x squared, x, and 1, so nothing missing. So 1, -2, 1, 1, -1. What makes this equal 0? 1. Okay, so drop the first one down. Now start multiplying that, and so 1 times 1 is 1, add straight down. -1 times 1 is -1, add straight down. Multiply 0, add straight down, 1. So remainder constant x, x squared, x cubed. So this would be x cubed minus x squared. There's no x's, there's no reason to write that, plus 1. And the remainder was 0. Okay? So these guys here, maybe give both these a try. I want you to pause the video, just try both of them. See, you got x to the fourth, x cubed, no x squared, so make sure you put a 0 to hold its place. This guy here, maybe I'll just set it up for you right now. So I got 1 x to the fifth, no x to the fourth, no x cubes, no x squareds, and no x's. So it's actually 4 zeros that got to hold a place there, and then -1 constant. Okay, so try those out. So pause the video, try both those out. Actually try it, quiz yourself. It won't take too long. See if you know what you're doing. Okay, hopefully you gave those a try. So here's the work for it. Again, make sure you put a 0 in the x squared spot there. That's why there's a 0. We already set that up before you paused it. In this guy here, we had a remainder of negative 33, so it's minus 33 over the divisor, x minus 3. Over here it was 0, so there was no remainder to worry about there. So there's the answer. So from here on out, unless it specifically tells you to divide by using long division, you can use synthetic instead. And on the quiz, we will quiz you both ways. We will need to see polynomial long division first, and we can do that in Math Excel. So make sure you know both ways, but eventually we're just going to give you the option, and you get to pick which way you want to divide.